We Amazon sellers love tools, we love software tools, we love everything that makes our job easier as Amazon sellers. And nowadays there's all these new tools popping up pretty much every month, right? And I would say that's a good thing. But I can understand for new sellers this can get really confusing because there's all these different tools coming up, so which ones to use and which are the ones that you actually need to have. Basically, we started selling on Amazon in 2014 and we didn't have too many tools back then, so it's not necessarily a question of need. But anyway, in this video I will tell you tools that are useful to have for an Amazon seller. So hit a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. By the way, I'm here at Google's headquarters, and what you see on the back is just a parking hall that they are working on. Pretty interesting parking hall, right? All right. So today we are talking about 5 types of Amazon FBA tools. And tools what every Amazon FBA seller needs, but needs, I mean, that's this word is often used pretty loosely, and so is the situation in this case as well. Because I mean, okay, if you're talking about what we absolutely need, like what are the tools, then okay, come on. I mean, when we started selling on Amazon, I mean, there was really not that many tools available, and when there came more tools available, then most of them were not really that good, because I mean, many of them gave actually false information, like about search volumes and that kind of stuff. So I mean, if you get false information in search volume, then you can actually make wrong decisions, because you assume that, or you expect that the demand is a certain figure. But I mean, if you actually are miscalculating this this demand, then I mean, that can really have detrimental impact. So I mean, I wouldn't really say that, okay, here's tools that you 100% absolutely need to have. No, I mean, it's more on a like case by case. And so how do we become successful on Amazon? I mean, okay, once we launch a product, then the first period, it actually is pretty important. So it really matters what kind of debut the product makes when it actually goes live. And then second stage is actually that we just like keep monitoring it, because you know, there's even like physical laws which pretty much mean that if something is left without attention and care, then it's going to deteriorate, it's going to get worse. And same thing happens on Amazon. So if we don't really take good care of making sure that our listing is well optimized, that and we are really having a good position in the keywords and so on, then I mean, eventually things are going to get worse. So that's what the second point is, really monitoring the performance and the KPIs and that kind of stuff. And for here, so we have plenty of tools which we can use. And I mean, this is so spot on that, okay, where your focus goes, money flows. So we really put our attention, and that is the number key thing. And there was actually a good important point from one billionaire, and he said that what's the most important thing that a person has? What do you think? What is our most important asset? And yeah, I mean, usually people say time. It's all about time. But he actually said that no, it's not time. It's actually attention. So it's not really about time. It's where we put our attention, and that's I mean, that's true. And usually where we put our focus, then we are going to be getting results in that specific area. But anyway, so let's talk about tools. So there are tools in different categories, like product research, keyword ranking tools, inventory tools, feedback tools, and then PPC. So these are pretty much the categories that we need to deal with when we are selling on Amazon. And I mean, the important thing about tools is that I mean, if a tool makes our work easier, faster, or cheaper, then I mean that's really a no-brainer. I mean, we should use the tool, right? So, and I like constantly encourage my team to actively try out every tool on the market. So when a new tool pops up in the market, and on this Amazon space, it's pretty much all the time. So I really always encourage my team to, I mean, research it, put some time into it, and see if there's value, and if it makes our work easier, faster, or cheaper, then I mean just use the tool. I mean that's a no-brainer. Okay, so let's talk about Amazon product research. So I mean, there's different kind of tools like AMZScout, Helium, AMZScout, Data Dive, and Amazon product research really aims to analyze this, what are the trends in the marketplace, in order to really help us make the right decision or right pick, right selection in what is the tool that we should actually use. So I mean, there's a number of tools available on the market, and these are just some of the tools on the market. For example, AMZScout, I mean, drives the sales revenue. You can easily track the performance to analyze trends and find suppliers with the supplier database and discover competitive and market intelligence data easily. And of course, I mean, most of these tools are all the time adding new functionalities, new features there. So that's definitely a good thing. And then Helium 10, we can use to find like high demand, low competition product ideas pretty much in every category on Amazon. And you can use all this, all the different filters to uncover some like unexpected inspiration based on what we are looking for and the needs and the preferences. So we can say, sort and organize the results for, I mean, to be used later on. Then, yeah, AMZScout gives this detailed sales and market data for any product on a niche category. And the product database is pretty, I mean, it's really straightforward tool to really find this, I mean, used in the market research. And with Data Dive, we can see what are the most high ranking and highly searched keywords and products. So basically, the data we get with Data Dive, I mean, it's been sifted, filtered, and organized pretty much like in one document. Yes, so then keyword ranking tools. So, I mean, we can use a variety of different like third-party tools. So we can help to, I mean, I create this list of targeted keywords when conducting this keyword research. And I mean, when we are doing this research, I mean, we already have a list of sort list of keywords that we want to be ranked for. But I think, I mean, main thing how it works on Amazon, we should always put our attention in finding the keyword first, and then figuring out that what are we going to be selling there. So yeah, I mean, all these tools can be used for it. So AMZScout, we can find the most impactful keywords, which are pretty much like easy and profitable, and then give this AMZScout also gives this in-depth historical search volume trends and trends of the keywords, and we can track products organic search rank for the chosen keywords. Then regarding Helium 10, we have X-Ray and Cerebro. So we know these competitors, like 5 best-selling products and top 5 keywords, and we can uncover more or less popular keywords. And actually, we can also use it to show like non-English keywords that are being searched on Amazon. And one big thing is that's definitely like the Spanish words. And I mean, Spanish is just such a big deal, especially here in California. And usually, I mean, it depends, of course, on the category needs, but I mean, most of the time, most of our sales are coming actually from California, just because it's the biggest. And then seller app, I mean, you can use it to find high converting and relevant keywords and navigate through competitors' keywords as well. So I mean, use the keywords that are most searched by the potential customers. Yes, but I mean, Amazon is all about relevance, and of course we need to consider that what is the user, I mean, how do the users usually act on Amazon? So most of it's actually mobile, so they pick up their mobile phone, open the app, and start usually typing something that they're searching for, and they usually start from something like, and then go like more generic, like higher, broader level keyword, and then pretty much start defining the keyword clearly if they are not receiving the result that they are actually looking for. And on Amazon, it's especially important that we focus on thinking that, I mean, what's really the behavior of our like potential customers. Then different inventory tools. Actually, this has always been a pain in selling on Amazon, and still there is no perfect solution. I mean, after all these years, and one issue is that, I mean, typically we're not selling only on Amazon. I mean, okay, fine. I mean, if you just sell on one marketplace, like let's say that you only sell in the US and you only ship directly to Amazon. I mean, okay, fine, then inventory is not such a big deal, because I mean, that's pretty straightforward, that's pretty simple. But I mean, once you go to once you expand to additional marketplaces, so you're selling like in tens of marketplaces, and then you are selling in additional sales channel, and then you have all these middle warehouses where you're storing inventory, like with the freight forwarders and everything, then it's just going to get more complicated. And especially like what we always recommend, that you also store inventory at the supplier, because that's often the cheapest one. And so, I mean, the problem is that none of these tools are able to accommodate this kind of situation where you have multiple marketplaces, you have multiple sales channels, and you have multiple places where your inventory is. So this has been a bit of a pain, like ever since, I mean, this is for many years. And our solution still is using a combination of these different tools and different spreadsheets. But yeah, I mean, these tools have some of these functionalities to support inventory. So I mean, the reason why we are pretty anal about inventory is that, I mean, if you don't handle the inventory well, then we are going to be either running out of stock or ending up with too much inventory. And in both these cases, we actually fail. So we are not getting the maximum results that we want to be. So, and this, I mean, depends on the size of your business, but it will mean that you're going to lose money. And if you have a bigger business, then I mean, this loss can be hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. So that's why when we are selling physical products, I mean, inventory management is one of the crucial things. And of course, I mean, we all know that running out of stock on Amazon is not good. That's pretty much like some of the worst things we can do, right? So yeah, I mean, and then, I mean, storage charges. I mean, if we have inventory on Amazon that's not selling, then I mean, we are going to be penalized for that. So we're going to be getting long-term storage fees. So we need to find the right balance. So we don't want to have too much inventory or too little inventory either. Yeah, so regarding the functionalities of Helium 10, and well, I mean, it does have this these different functionalities. Like you can do some, I guess you can do some like supplier orders there, and have do really like avoid these stockouts and over ordering. So that means that you are actually able to know about the quantity updates, and it gives you this restock recommendation. And I mean, there's I mean, of course, I mean, Seller Central has been adding these features as well. So, but right now the situation is that if you're selling in multiple marketplaces, in multiple sales channels, and have multiple places where your inventory is, and actually the thing is that we should always have the inventory in multiple places. It's too risky that all our inventory would be in one place only. So in this scenario, I mean, there really is no, there's still not a perfect solution. And then Selix, I mean, it can calculate the reorder date for each of the product based on the sales velocity and lead time. So then you can actually reorder products at the right time and keep the stock updated. So I mean, yeah, I mean, these are useful features, no doubt about it. Then feedback. So this has been changing quite a bit during these last few years. So I mean, there's been cases where we had like where we did a lot of different things with feedback, for example, with follow-up emails and that kind of stuff. But I mean, there's been changes on Amazon, and in some cases we don't actually have any. We don't have any follow-up emails or anything like this. But that's not the only thing. So I mean, actually, one point of following up is that we get feedback from the customers, and we actually prevent any negative reviews or negative experiences. And yeah, I mean, the case is that usually there are ones that who are not happy are glad to post reviews, but the ones who are really happy and satisfied, they don't bother doing because they are happy. Yes, but I mean, we want to get reviews. We want to get. And actually, one key thing is that we want to be able to know when we are getting a negative review or negative feedback, because especially the negative reviews, I mean, they have direct impact on sales. So there's different tools like Feedback, we speak tool, AMC Finder. So there's a lot of like variety of options, and gives this bunch of different data, and there's also been these different kinds of but I mean, like features that you can actually set broadcast messages to customers, but you have to be careful regarding these. So whenever we use these kind of feedback tools, we have to make sure that they are following the Amazon's terms of service. So if we send like broadcast emails to customers and stuff like that, I mean, that's a bit of a risky thing. So we have to be sure that we are playing by the book, so we don't get actually penalized. But I mean, cool features like doing some email sequences based on the behavioral segmentation and so on. And I mean, automatic this review requesting and automated email system, I mean, answering some of the customers' questions and different kinds of templates with several languages. But and then I mean, pretty much, I mean, all these different templates that they use to request feedback, handle issues, and so on. And actually MC Finder can import these reviews and orders for like a comprehensive look at the Amazon store. Okay, PPC, pay per click. So Amazon's, how do we actually use the Amazon advertising platform? And oh geez, I mean, we have used so many different tools throughout the years. So I mean, there's just so much, and we are actually doing right now. The team is using Perpetua, and we are pretty much doing a bit of this kind of like research phase and evaluation phase on really analyzing and evaluating our whole strategy based on the ads, and especially like based on the tools that we are going to be using for ads. But I mean, some of the best features, I mean, what these tools can do is the seller sprite. I mean, you can track the keywords for the daily rank chains and get traffic-driven keywords by the listing and find the power of every keyword within the chosen submarket. And but I guess that's more like for professional sellers. And AMZScout can be good for beginners, as it has like it has this advertising analytics tool that, I mean, you can use to evaluate the success of the ad campaigns, and you can see the cost per click for keywords in exact prod and headline search ads, and find these low cost keywords with rank potential. Then Helium, I mean, that's good for professional sellers. So you have more things like advanced optimization and automation capabilities to really to kind of like level up the advertising campaigns, and flexibility to make the individual performance decisions based on clear and actionable analytics. I really get this like critical data to better understand the where the save, I mean, where our effort is going and what's actually driving sales. And then Perpetua, that's good for automation, so we can easily map and measure the incrementality of the advertising performance. So it's customizable, can have smart recommendations and contextual conversion-based bidding algorithm. And this fully transparent reporting, I mean, it makes just easier to understand how the business and products are performing in the given category. And then Data Dive, then it's more about like about research, so it helps us understand like which search terms the customer are using to find the products, and then identify the keywords, the best sellers in the game. I mean, identifying the keywords that the competitors are using, right? Yes, so I mean, if we don't handle PPC, right, we're going to be blowing a lot of money in the air. So though we don't want to do that, so that's why we actually need to put effort into it, and all these different tools are there to basically support us in making sure that we are not spending too much. So I mean, we get help in setting the campaigns, managing the campaigns, and optimizing the campaigns, right? And automation, I mean, that's definitely important. So why do we use tools? Why do we use tools? I mean, I'm all the time telling my team to check out different tools that are coming in the market. And the point is that, I mean, if a tool makes the work faster, easier, and cheaper, then I mean, that's a no-brainer. I always tell my team, I mean, just get the tool and start using it. I mean, if that's the case, then it's really a no-brainer decision, right? But sometimes I see that teams can get like easily fixated on different tools, and they don't realize when they should just give up on the tool and stop using it. And it especially happens with PPC. Like, for example, we were using the Select autopilot for many years, but then we noticed that it doesn't work as well as before, so we just pretty much stopped using it for the most part.
If you like this topic, then hit a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And by the way, we have a closed secret group discussing all these different topics. So if you want to join the discussion, then just comment group, and we are going to be adding you to the group. So see you there.